stand by, please. And I call Councillor Thalia Marrington, who is PPC for Camborne, Redruth and Hale.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Conference. I'd like to speak strongly for this motion on restoring the standards of public life. Particularly my speech relates to fairer votes, more transparent accountability and calls for us all to set the tone. I believe we have a rare moment to seize whilst everything is so low, so dysfunctional. There is a gap for a party that sets itself apart and strives for and aspires to all mentioned in the motion and more. A party that aspires to making politics better and that sets itself and its standards above the bar, challenges others to aim high too, and strives to reset traditional politics as we know it. When ordinary people become so jaded, so angry and disenfranchised on so many levels, we need to be listening. It's very hard to re-establish trust from that position. The cumulative effect of the deep erosion of standards thanks to Johnson, the alien amdram mudslinging of PMQs, such desperation to win power that politics is diminished to deeply unpalatable three-word slogans that have created such a huge disconnect with the British people, it will be hard to wade back from that. Most people see it now, politicians and parties playing to people's worst selves, their fears, their desire to blame. It's not good for this country. It manifests as you're all the same on the doorsteps. And 1 in 5 voters also mentions concerns such as misleading content that undermines trust, concerns about who is behind digital election campaign material, and some candidates experience significant and unacceptable levels of threats, abuse and intimidation. It's not the sign of a healthy democracy, and restoring standards in public life and this motion are vital to put back the right some of the wrong. Because now surely is the time we should be bringing people back together and building trust. After the shock of the pandemic, the fracturing and polarisation due to Brexit, and the existential threat of climate breakdown, we surely now have to work on uniting and healing divisions. And it will take statesman-like leadership, the election of people we trust, those who are accountable, have integrity, in it to serve, and who go about winning the right way. Imagine how strong a country would be if people were behind and trusted a government and leadership. Politicians working more collaboratively, driven by commitment to the Nolan principles to guide views, drive policies they believed in, not just about a scrabble to pick policies designed to appeal to core voters. I believe we can do better and be more respectful than treating people merely as pawns in a game of power. All those points in the motion, ensuring transparency in appointments, independence ethics advisor, help show a purpose to bring back trust to those higher areas of power and decision making. My reason to speak on this was simple. Seeing how low the bar was set with Johnson was my personal trigger moment, and I moved from being a piano teacher to standing for election. The one time where our country desperately needed leadership was during a pandemic, and it wasn't there. I believe, though, that it's always darkest before the dawn. Maybe politics had to get this low and we had to see the yawning apathy and distrust to realise we have to do something about it for all our futures. If we as a party play our politics to people's better selves, if we raise our game up, we may just save our precious democracy. And as a woman, lucky, oh so lucky to grow up in a country free, I am not just grateful for my freedom to vote, but acutely aware how hard won those freedoms were and how we must do everything in our power to strengthen trust in democracy, reduce voter apathy, and restoring strong standards in public life is vital to this aim. Thank you.